What's going on, buddy? Crypto Kitty coming again with another video, guys. I'm going to skip everything and just head right into the mix of it. Not going to waste your time. Let's get into it. Basically, a U.S. district judge has ruled a partial win for XRP in its SEC court fight over the digital asset. You know, a lot of people are playing it up like it is a massive win for XRP and Ripple, which it somewhat was, but it was also a win for the SEC, and we have to take note of what that means exactly and what to look out for moving forward. So I'm just going to say the bad news first, and then we're going to focus on the good. So the bad news is that Ripple Labs and some other foundations, such as Ethereum, have sold in these sort of ICOs, the initial coin offerings, and these private rounds to institutional investors. That is a big no-no. Cannot do that going forward. We're going to have to see if there is going to be some retrospective sort of damages for these foundations. My hope is that they say, you know what, this is the framework going forward. You didn't know back then. There's no way for you to know, and they're kind of looking into that now. As you're seeing, they're going to kind of investigate Brad Garlinghouse and say, you know, kind of, did you know better? You guys can pause the video and read this excerpt right here. Did you kind of know better, or did you do this without knowing? And that's the big focus right now, and they're probably going to do that with each and every crypto foundation moving forward. But the good news is that the coin itself is not a security. What they did here was kind of a security-ish way of doing this, where they're saying, hey, we're going to sell XRP initially privately with kind of a promise that it is going to do well, and we're going to use this money to market it and get the price up. You can't do that. You have to sell via exchanges. You can use your protocol natively to distribute. You can use the proceeds for building out the team, the infrastructure. That's fine. Nothing wrong with that. And that's what a lot of these cryptos are doing now. But you can't do these institutional private rounds. That's the biggest part. And that's totally okay, because honestly, that's kind of where we're at now. A lot of this stuff happened many years ago, and there's no need to do these rounds anymore because a lot of these projects are off the ground. But for new cryptos, as they come on, they have to focus on just skipping the ICO and going right to the exchanges, working out some sort of deal, and then going from there. And if they do that, then we are looking good. We're looking golden. But obviously, the market believes this to be great news, and honestly, I do as well. I think it's more of a win for crypto and for XRP than it is for the SEC. That's for sure. I think it definitely weakens their case, especially against Coinbase. And as you're seeing, the market is responding very well as a result. Obviously, Ethereum's climbing like crazy, well over $2,000 now. At 2012, Bitcoin is kind of just sitting around 31,500. And what's this revealing, guys? This is going to be alt season. We kind of skipped over in alt season last bull run. Now we're seeing the Ethereum dominance compared to Bitcoin is some of the best it's ever been. As a result, guys, these altcoins that have had no regulatory clarity compared to Bitcoin are going to flourish. And finally, some of these projects are going to get a more serious look from the institutional money. Obviously, Bitcoin, you know, a lot of great news with the ETFs, and Bitcoin is kind of what got this rally started, so to speak. So we don't want to, you know, kind of skip over Bitcoin and not appreciate what that crypto is doing for us, because I think Bitcoin definitely sort of legitimizes the space to say that, you know, at the very least, we know that Bitcoin is not a security, and that's great. But now going forward, you know, we're starting to see, man, maybe some of these other ones aren't securities either, which is very promising, especially great for Ethereum. I think there's a lot of money waiting on the sidelines, and that today was kind of proof of that, and people are just waiting, and companies more specifically are just waiting for some sort of regulatory framework before they start pouring tons and tons of money in there, because obviously that's a massive risk for these companies that just don't really take risks like that. You don't do that in finance. You know, you play by the rules. That's the biggest part of these companies is that they're not going to take risks the same way that retail investors are going to take risks. They just won't. Maybe with 1%, but it's never going to be taken seriously until we get some sort of regulatory framework, and that is what is finally feeling like it's coming. So that's just phenomenal for us. So now, just the last part of the video, guys, I'm just going to mention some of the coins that I think are great to buy up right now. My investment thesis, I'm not a financial advisor, but definitely encourage you to stick around because I think, you know, based off the last few videos, I kind of have a good idea of what's going on here. And if you've been investing with me, you know that for a while now, I've had a pretty solid scope into what's going to do well in the markets, especially recently. So let's go ahead and just get into it quick. Ethereum, great buy. Definitely buy that one right now. Potential to go deflationary. A lot of great stuff happening with the supply right now. Obviously, the network is just utilized so well compared to any other layer one. Love Ethereum. XRP if you've ever considered investing in XRP, now is definitely the best time. That's all I'm going to really say about it. Obviously, conditions are just look phenomenal for XRP right now. People have definitely been very concerned with what was going to happen about this case for a long time. So to get some clarity is very, very promising. Moving forward, Solana. Solana obviously there's been a lot of issues along the way, but I will say the technology is still phenomenal. It holds up like crazy, and if they can just get consistent, this one is going to be a top 5 coin. But for right now, obviously a lot of people are starting to lose trust in the foundation. These developers need to get going. They need to be on their A game. If we can get some consistency over the next few months, especially with the halving within 180 days of now, Solana is just going to keep pumping, and it's definitely one of my biggest holdings still. Polygon, this is one of those layer 2s that you can go ahead and buy up right now. Polygon along with Arbitrum, which you're seeing right here, and basically any other layer 1 on Ethereum. Mutable X is another example. They're all going to do well, guys. The better Ethereum does, the better those are going to do well. Like I said, Ethereum dominance is crazy good right now. Definitely want to look into all of those layer 2s and just start buying them up like crazy. So yeah, Polygon, fantastic buy. Had some negative news with Robinhood recently because of what's going on with these sort of securities. With this talk of these being labeled as securities, but this is just great news for that specifically. Hopefully that gets a relisting soon. A lot of exchanges definitely love the price of Polygon moving forward. That's one that's been very, very stable. Great investment for your portfolio. We're going to skip over Polkadot for now. I'm not sure how I feel about it. Avalanche, same sort of thing. If you want to go ahead and buy some, don't hate it. Don't love it either. Just a kind of a question mark for me right there on those two. XLM is going to pair very nicely with XRP. I think today proved that this is kind of the silver to XRP's gold. Not saying that there's really any other similarities between them and silver and gold, but just using that as a metaphor really, in that they kind of go hand in hand. When one does well, the other one does well as well. And then Cosmos, fantastic asset. Staking this one right now. It's just going to keep doing better and better. Not much more I can say about this ecosystem. It is just phenomenal. If you guys don't know, Cosmos is actually a layer 0, but the Cosmos atom that what you're looking at here is of course the layer 1. This needs to get more use itself, but Cosmos as the layer 0 is just doing phenomenal. It's a great place for people to come and build their own blockchains and kind of use and participate in this ecosystem, but going to need to see more out of Cosmos Atom soon, but definitely just really sound technology. I think the fact that so many companies and developers are coming over to Cosmos is definitely a vote of confidence for the token, and I think speculation-wise it's just going to continue to do well. Great staking rewards as well. Uniswap, it should be higher. I think this is a top 10 coin, not even close. Definitely want to buy Uniswap. Not financial advice, but I love this coin. I don't know how it's this low. It's a phenomenal investment right now, truly. And then other than that, Aptos looks pretty solid. VeChain obviously always solid. GRT, not sure how I feel about it right now. Algo, definitely a bit of a question mark. Sandbox, pretty solid investment. Optimism, another one I absolutely love. Hammer Optimism, get this in all of your portfolios immediately. Decentraland, okay, a bit too high for my liking in terms of market cap. Not as much growth as some of these other metaverse coins. We'll definitely be coming out with the video about those coins specifically shortly. Kava, another good coin here. So yeah, that's basically do it for now, guys. I'll definitely be making a more clear, kind of concise portfolio guide going forward. Sorry for kind of being all over the place, but yeah, I just want to get this video out there. Obviously, great news. Just love to hear it. Finally, some great news. So more videos coming soon. Make sure to stay tuned, like and subscribe. I'm just super excited. So see you guys soon. Peace out.